flagpole on Beverly, it's on anybody's, but I'm gonna put it up.
Okay.
Every time. There is a really one to do it. Bob, do you notice there's a flagpole umbrella between Nathan Town there? It's new, it just popped up.
Which one in front of our house there?
It's not the one on property, it's by one of those McMansions, you know.
Look what is in front of that house near the top of the hill. If that's the one you're talking about.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Is it the yellow house?
I don't remember. One of the ones right in the middle of,
Right, like it.
right in the middle of Nathan.
It's on Main,
No, on Bivens.
How new are we
it's on
talking?
Middle, it's up the hill. Oh, I did notice that, I drove past it the other day,
You put that up.
I have no idea. She need to see it. Did they put it up? Like, oh. This was in 6 o'clock. Let's get started.
Yes,
I thought it was the kind of house.
yes, it is.
It's 6 o'clock, June 23rd, or July 23rd. And I'm calling to order the regular meeting of the Design Review Commission. Can we have a roll call, please?
Bob Hamilton,
Here.
Mark Reynolds, Frank Ganzer,
Here.
Keith Crosser,
Here.
Cindy Mealy, Sean Platt, here.
We have a quorum. I have a agenda approval.
I'll make a motion to accept the agenda as presented, unless they have something. Second, where are you? Second. Nothing from Cindy, so
Nothing from Cindy, so
I'll make the motion.
Is she on the phone?
someone want a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Audience business. Members of the audience will have 5 minutes to present any matter of concern to the commission. No official action will be taken at this time. Anybody here that's not on the agenda? Anybody online that's not on the agenda? We don't have minutes. So we'll strike item number 4. That actually, the next, please. Okay, Mr. Buckley.
You all have a copy of the plans?
Yep.
So, the situation is, I was trying to cover up the windows. We put shower stalls that are a lot higher. I should have them put, high pressure fans in, to get rid of the moisture instead of a little window. So, I wanted to keep the architecture of the nice and. I don't know, I think it looks nice, I thought about putting the windows that were different there, yeah. So I put that on there, not just for like there, should just leave it on.
Sure. What is that made of? Is that?
It's
metal?
wood,
Oh, it's wood?
and yeah, and the shutters you avoid the trees in them.
Right.
And
You still get a little bit of light through the space between the slats, is that?
no.
So it is solid.
It's actually plywood in there.
Okay.
Well, the windows covered up on the inside, so.
Oh,
Back
okay,
shower.
yeah, so,
With the new shower, stalls that solid, nicer. So.
Yeah, they're over 6 foot tall, so that.
and that'd be on both upper lower, so all the.
Yeah,
all
I'll be
the-
looking for a window covered up when I put it in the shower and so it's. The guy who's out, put it in.
Oh, so you're not doing the whole front of the building right now?
I'm just, there's
Just those three,
three
and then-
windows covered, and we want more covered when I put it in the shower.
So 4 totally.
It'll be symmetrical.
But it looks, yeah, it looks nicer than just finished for blocks.
Good.
Well, I had a hard time finding it, but anybody else find anything?
I couldn't find any.
How about, book 2, chapter 7, page 68? Cause there's just one little word from there. When did I find it? Just to preserve functional decorative features of the original windows, now he's done that by keeping trees. On the shutters,
Yeah.
so I think we could use that, so that's, page 68. Chapter 7, book 2, and just A. 6A. So I would make a motion to accept the application. In the Buckley Apartments.
Second.
Second. All those in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you, Mr.
You are approved.
Thank you.
I appreciate your volunteer work, I tell you that every time, but I really don't.
Thanks.
Here we got Don next, 2025. Is that you?
That's me.
How are you?
Good, how are you? Good.
Why don't you tell us about your character?
I want to just fence the back part off. Just up to the corner. One side up to the corner of the front stairs, not to the house. And then the other side just to the back corner. With the ranch style. Oak fencing. It's got the, roll. Holes. This is about. Keep the dogs in, let the other dogs out.
So we're gonna have ceiling mesh in there?
Uh,
I'm sorry. And are we gonna have steel mesh in between the posts?
no, it'll be, planks that go vertical.
Oh, there.
So it's like a solid stockade.
Yeah, there you go, this, sorry about that.
And it's 5 foot high.
And that's on the, yeah, it's on the, like, the side yard and the backyard.
Yes,
How close to the house does it go?
mine, it just comes up to the corner, side,
Does the wildfire code that the town just adopted says you can't have combustible fences within 8 feet of the house? The cedar is combustible.
did not know that.
Yeah, they just adopted it to allow them
So how far you have to be on? So
8.
8 foot.
Mhm.
So you
So it
could,
has to be non-combustible 8 or less.
So if I use different material from the corner there to out 8 feet,
Then it's fine. 8 feet or greater, it can be combustible.
It looks like on the one side, you're 4 feet, is that 10 feet?
it's like
It says
10 feet where it comes
Oh,
from the
okay.
property line
It's these
Yeah,
two
to the
okay,
bottom of the
L's that have to be non-combustible.
so it's just where the gates are.
Yes, I can do that.
It just means you'll have to do metal or you'll have to do metal basically.
I can do that.
Or if you do metal post with open fire, that works too.
yes,
Just a question, is there a treatment that you can do with fencing?
You can buy fire retardant wood,
So you
but
can-
that's not at Home Depot or Lowe's. You have to get that from a special place.
So that would be an option, if she shows that to keep the look the same.
Mhm. I don't know the cost of that.
I was gonna say, the cost might be pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this? At present, it's not in our guidelines.
No,
No, there's a
This
town
would be a
code that
building,
would
it would be a
affect,
building code
that would
issue,
affect the design.
so
The design will be.
we're just advising that, you know, you may have a trouble with building codes without going with the combustible material.
Not yet, I don't wanna do that, I want to read in more.
yeah,
Because otherwise you gotta come back to us.
Yeah.
Right, I wanna do it right the first time.
what did they accept, hard wire?
I was gonna ask if there's, cement board, fencing, cement, cement type products, fencing now, I've never. did that order, but-
Probably nothing you'd wanna use, I don't know how durable it is.
It's usually really thin.
Yeah,
It's not fireproof either unless you get the fire rated trucks.
What happens, that fence, when it's solid all the way to the house, acts like a fuse if you have a fire.
Mhm.
The fire will hit that, and so straight to the house, that's what happened on the board, and it has lost all its houses. Yeah. I would say hardwire, or some kind of metal fencing,
Okay,
And this is just the legs that go to the house. The rest can be what you presented to me.
now,
Okay.
we're gonna require them to put posts in that are non-flammable too.
Well, it says non-combustible posts, or it says non-combustible fence.
Yeah, I don't think that the post would be,
I don't know about the posts themselves,
Yeah, that's
how
what,
strict that is.
you have a feeling about posts?
Yeah, it's included. Fence is a general term for the section.
Okay.
Area between the fence and the 8 foot mark.
Including the post.
Yeah.
okay,
I can put galvanized posts in. Yeah.
Can't be chain link though, that's against the design guidelines. So,
right.
Yeah.
So like you said, the hard wire or similar,
or similar, and the gate will need to be similar to them.
the gate, yes, yes.
Does the DRC wish to approve this evening with a confirmation from staff that the non-combustible material will be used for the 8 foot section? So that she doesn't have to come back?
If she says what she's gonna do.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
she's states she's gonna use those variants and just.
Okay, we'll just put it in the stipulations that
Okay,
applicant
but we would ask that
agreed.
when you have it all planned out, you come back to town hall. Okay, and you can talk to Kasia, who we're right here now, she's going downstairs and just confirm that it's not combustible.
okay,
That'll be fine.
It doesn't have to come back to us though.
just let her know.
Us.
Yes.
Okay.
The other thing though is in Meadows Residential, it does say it can only be 4 foot of solid. In the guidelines.
For back fence?
No, it can be six.
No. This is, I was saying.
Where's that then?
That's,
Definitely impact.
Cause I can,
page 81. Book 3.
Talking about the height.
no, it's just an animal enclosure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say the lady right behind me asked,
Yeah.
but
If it's called an animal enclosure.
the guy next door to me just put in 6 foot.
It can go up to 6.
Sean, do you have deciding on that?
I do. I had, book 3, chapter 2, or chapter 11, section 2. Page 81. A, the fence should be simple in character. A3, the fence for animal screening. Enclosure may be heights of 5 or 6 feet. They should be located behind the building. Such enclosures will be considered on a case by case basis. And A4, gate material and design should be appropriate to the fence.
What's B on there?
And B, appropriate fence materials include wood, iron, wire, stone, or planks.
So that actually covers us on the
Yeah.
non-combustibles. Outside one B.
Yeah, but I think we'll include the stipulation.
Sure.
Like,
Start doing it. I make a motion to accept the application with those sightings and one stipulation.
is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
There you go, sir. Nice job.
Anytime.
So wait, do I just come down tomorrow and let her know what I'm doing? Or after I get the materials? Or the metal, or the
Once you check with your contractor, make sure you can get what you, the metal stuff. Just let
That'd be
us
my
know.
husband.
Okay, and then
So, yeah, I'll get it and, get what it is.
you'll be back on your Tuesday, Jason?
This is for a fence,
Yes,
Mhm.
you don't even come talk to me again, I'll email you the COA. What was
No,
the
she's making some changes.
There's a stipulation.
What's the stipulation?
It has to be non-combustible to the house.
8 feet.
For the new
For the
building
house.
codes.
Kasia won't be here Monday, so you can see me.
Okay.
Okay, alright, and what will you need? Like receipts or,
No, just tell us what you're using, what material.
okay,
You can
alright,
just email it to me also.
And we'll just email you the COI.
okay,
Yeah, you'll get that, not next week, but we got.
Okay,
Go ahead, start.
thank you, I can start.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
See you later.
Mr. Peters, you're up to deck.
Yeah.
Give us your spiel.
It's really just an update from what, we saw it. Compared to ago when we first started designing it, basic form for the same, just to develop a bit with some details. Some review with structural engineer on some things, so we had some steel brackets, under between the posts. And just put some color onto it there to kind of indicate just the basic white, similar to what it was before. White gazebo with some, an accent trim color. And a handicap ramp. I think last time we were talking wood, were discussions from that point has led to a concrete ramp. So that, yeah, if you have questions about that, I can respond to that. Right now, we're looking at a concrete ramp. And since we issued these as well, some of the details on that concrete ramp on A42 are shown as an elevated slab that poured into concrete can. After discussion with the engineer, he's like, no, we're not gonna wanna do that. Just from a longevity standpoint, it gets water to seep in and start. So he's suggesting just a monolithic thickened slab. Or that would basically wrap it. It's look the same. I'm looking at the only thing that may look a little different. I'm looking at how to deal with that is if so it looked the same. We're still looking at doing a panel within the form, be able to put the little squares trim, if you will,
You have the green squares and
into the side of the ramp form. So that, yeah, into the concrete
Yeah.
for a forever type, trim, if you will, in the concrete. And then, in that concrete, they did a project years ago from copper that they really did a nice finish on the. If they pull the forms while the concrete's still green, they can really smooth that out and make that nice and smooth and a good paintable surface so that, just use a good copper concrete paint then or stain, a solid base stain that can.
No, it's
Should live up pretty well all the weather we get here. So that was the idea and kind of changed, I guess, from last time.
we probably get rid of the concrete posts.
Yeah, that's what I started to say on that, is that, yeah.
There would just be an angular corner or.
Yeah, probably just say
Actually,
here's the borders.
I guess, but-
Yeah, and. Well, discussions with that, maybe when we get a contractor on board, final detailing of that too, with. Either, yeah, the question there was the piers that are kind of showing up, like the gazebo has their round piers in each column. The current design that's presented here, and has those piers going around the ramp too, where I was using those as support columns for. What was initially a framed type situation. With infill panels, now we're looking at just a concrete that was just makes it one of.
Any consideration, we talked about one of those stairs, like on this concrete roofs.
Didn't talk about the stairs, but that's a very good suggestion, I would say.
I don't know if that would apply, but even a lot less maintenance.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why, if we're have concrete going on out there anyway, that's probably not a bad idea. You can,
Well, I mean, if we went to that. I mean, we could look at doing the whole base concrete.
That's a good one.
yeah,
What's your floor area at the gazebo? What's the floor area of the gazebo?
right around 100 square feet, just to get under that, I think it's basically. It's 16 inches across and whatever it's an area of 16 foot circle. Would be close to that. Just got the computer calculators.
Area of 16-foot circle?
I mean, that might be substantially cheaper. To do that whole base, including the floor. In concrete.
I'd be interested.
I get about 200 square feet.
Okay,
Does that sound right?
that could be, I forgot to, it's been a while since I pulled up that area, but yeah, I
The
mean,
reason-
Make it 10 by 10.
yeah, true, good point, yeah.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking is the wildfire code again, it says if it's over 120 square feet and this is a utility structure or an accessory structure, it's gotta be fireproof. So the concrete base will help you on that if everything's concrete,
So.
but then
Can I
everything
jump in?
going,
Can I jump in as a
Yes.
project manager, kind of?
cause you can override it,
That would look terrible.
cause you can override the code,
Yeah, we can, and,
so.
we could make a whole list of reasons why we should,
I'm just reading the code and it says that it would have to be fire rated.
yeah, it feels like our, original mission to replace a historic structure like for like as best possible by doing a big concrete pad would violate that mission. My heart's beating very hard.
No, otherwise it's gotta use fire rated or basically
Yeah,
cement board all the way around it,
yeah.
and then the deck is challenging.
Cement board, yeah, the decking was gonna be, the idea was, I still like the idea of a wood deck from an
But yes,
architect,
you could
from an
override.
architectural, you could over. Feel and feature of that floor when you're in there, and kind of, you know, the ceiling's gonna have a. Wood tone soffit, so yeah, it brings up a bunch of different, yeah. I
Because the
guess
code
that
creates
could be-
problems where you really it's that large.
But yeah, that could be done in some type of, I'm not sure, what, cement board type soffit. I mean, I know Hardy has that, but we don't want just a textured board up there. We want it to look like a TNG, so if anybody has suggestions on that, we'll do it. I can research that too, but, yeah, and quite honestly, the only, I mean, the posts are obviously timber, they wouldn't qualify as heavy timber.
No,
And the rafter beams are 6x12, so I think those actually qualify as heavy timber. But then the soffit, yeah, the soffits we could do with the cement board, the shingles,
shingles are fine there.
It could
maybe.
be cement board too.
They make some, but I was looking at some. Probably something a little more architectural than what is available in cement board. I haven't looked at, I usually use the.
Oh, you have wood
See just the.
got it, those
No,
shingles.
they do, they have that, right, for the round.
Yeah, yeah, and that's one thing I haven't gotten to yet, was I was gonna look at, more like seeing a lot of the gables in the houses around town that have. A couple of them that are like the diamond shaped ones, and then a couple scalloped ones, was my ultimate thought on that, but I didn't get to detailing that out, but
What I've had to do is make our own. Get the diamond look.
out of cement,
Yeah, we get the round ones and then cut them to make them diamond.
are they individual shingles?
I think there are like three across.
It's a panel.
It's a panel.
Yeah, but it's just a single row though, or,
Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway, so,
Okay.
but
that's
yeah,
what we've done to match historic.
yeah, and then most of the trim really could be done out of cement product too, the railing, we were looking at wood for that, the gazebo rail.
Wood would be better,
Pardon?
wood would look better.
Yeah, I don't know what products that are non-flammable, that would, non-combustible, that would be able to visually.
I think we let town move right now.
Yeah,
Also.
Because it's looks like a spherical side.
I was gonna suggest that.
I'm gonna ask,
Let's,
Floor should be.
I was gonna suggest we stick to the aesthetics tonight, and we will definitely address those issues.
I'm just saying that would change the design significantly.
Yeah.
If that code is enforced on.
yeah, and I guess the other thing that I'm just gonna throw it out there, since we have two architects in the room, and I think I've asked the question before. Are we obligated legally to put a handicap ramp in?
Yes.
Yes,
So that.
the two non-architects.
You guys probably research your process a little.
There's no.
Yes, unless the town says otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's, yeah, I found the same with the building code too, as if it were a new structure.
Well,
Specific
it's
structure.
effective use of
Trump and
construction.
also the Parks Commission actually requested this prior to us even knowing that it was required. Parks Commission was interested in making the gazebo accessible for people. This is a matter of principle.
It's the use of street food.
They probably will.
Yeah,
Well,
sure
they
they will.
push the skateboard off of it though, so, you know, skateboarding on the dirt path probably isn't.
Ramp will be fun, but yeah, with the faceted rail, it'll be hard to.
Yeah,
Well,
well, the rail will be round with all kinds of. The other thing, other thing I want to bring attention to is that the corbels, the green corbels up at the top.
Mhm.
Those are steel. And they'll just be paper or powder going.
These are still,
Yeah, no, that was, the.
And that's structural,
Yeah, it's a structural component there that then was gonna make them a little bit. Nicer looking than just a straight.
so is that just plate that's cut that shape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is there a detail on that? There's a detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, page 4,
Yeah.
page 1.
Yeah.
Basically, it's an L bracket with a corbel welding. And then there's a top plate that works with the tension ring that bolts through to those, top surfaces.
How thick is that plate? Is it
TBD, probably 1/4 inch, 3/16 is the 1/4 inch and 1/4 should be max, I would guess, but they have the engineering from that yet.
Cause the thicker the better on that, but obviously that gets heavy and expensive. That'll look good.
From a DRC perspective, are we okay with the concrete ramp? The steel bracing in on the top of the structure? The overall look? And then the materials will be sorted out based on fire code issues or.
Yeah.
We're pretty much fine with the flooring, anything from wood to some kind of a composite. Really, the town
Yeah,
decides on.
On the railing, are those rectangles in the pickets? Is that a cutout?
I just did it as a painted thing, we're looking at, I've had this drawn up as a 1 by, but I'm thinking. Bob and I kind of reviewed that, Bob had some extra pickets laying around. But, doing 3 bys, so kind of like the old one, and this is kind of maybe final details to be determined. If that might be routed out, or it could actually be an applied piece of trim, that would just easy to paint, and then tack that into place too, so that's maybe an option. A routed might be finishing, make it less maintenance,
If it's applied, it might be more durable.
Pardon?
If it's applied, it might make it a little more durable too. Versus rounding out a hole in it,
Versus what?
versus rounding a hole into the.
It wouldn't be a hole, it'd just be like a.
Oh, just the inset,
Yeah, just to round it out, like, I should have brought,
yeah.
grab the old post associated with route and yeah, they have that still stored up at Road Bridge, some parts and pieces of what was there. in the-
But the intent would be to have the two. Wouldn't just be a straight flat picket, it would be a. Picket with some kind of a design.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a 3 by 3 with, and I was trying to find a way, I looked at it in a different way, but kind of like to have that extra little center section on the wider post,
Oh,
wider,
it's 3 by.
to kind of give it a additional texture / pattern.
I like the pattern in the middle.
Right?
The pattern in the middle looks good.
How would you feel about composite and painting?
Hmm?
For the railings? No composite versus wood.
You get the handrail profile.
Probably,
Yeah, pretty.
I'm sure that unless I would guess.
I think there's a couple
Maybe
of
buy a
ones.
stock piece routed.
Yeah,
Well, you could probably buy composite, I'm sure, handrails.
I know there's a company out there that does PVC It's all paintable, it looks like wood was painted.
It looks like
That's kind
wood.
of what we did it at John Eaton's, I believe it was, those were the all.
Well, I mean, we'd be okay with wood up to composite, anything in there that ultimately gets decided on.
But yeah, I think it's,
I'm just thinking. Maintenance and.
that's what I was gonna say too, to have a discussion before final decision on that, what's the most durable, most.
Well, I mean, cost is gonna be a concern, I'm sure.
That too, yeah, so we have, how that, and I don't know.
You know, that's,
Everything's paint finish, right?
Yes,
Okay, then it could be even.
Have we given you enough direction?
Bert,
Have we given you enough direction?
have,
where we're going? Do we wanna issue a COA?
I think I just wait till we have our old package.
Didn't prevent this on the agenda for a certificate of appropriateness. Because it is a town project, so the board of selectmen will approve it. This is more of a consult because it is a town project, if that makes sense, like they respect your opinion, they want it. But it doesn't necessarily get a certificate of appropriateness to move forward, so
So do we have to even sign off on it?
not officially, no.
Okay, so. there you go.
I would like it so we know who's lying later.
That's what I'm saying.
I think we should put in the notes what our thoughts are, what our range of acceptability and, you know, that we're okay with the concrete ramp. You know, a monolithic, you know, wraparound thing. We're okay with, the materials being wood up through composite material and that everything be painted. And then we're okay with the steel, bracing around the top. I think those would be the three things that. And, you know, we like the overall, you know, obviously we like the.
so I was intending to add to the final drawing set too, you know, for submittals and things like this, okay, what's our final decking gonna be, what's our. You know, maybe a mock-up of either a baluster or a portion of rail or a sample type things like that too, so we know for sure. That they're on the same page as we are, even though they should be well detailed for. But. All right,
Because that'll all be needed for going out to get pricing for it.
Okay,
So I guess let the notes reflect anything we talked about.
initially. All right. Well, thank you,
Cool. Looks good.
thank you.
yeah, nice work.
Please not.
Okay, Sean, it's all you.
Which one you want first? Robinson? Yeah, I'm gonna go first.
Robinson's.
Hey, we're. I think we're the bedrooms.
There you
We're redoing a bedroom up there and I don't know if you can see it, the on. The west facing window,
go.
there's a wall built into the window from the inside.
Oh, yeah. I can see it.
So we wanna narrow up that window.
Yeah.
And it needs to be taller than the egress.
Oh, okay, sure.
And then since we're doing that one, we wanna do the south facing window. And change it also,
Okay, so they have.
so they match, well, they won't match, this will match, stay the same size. As this,
But the new one, other side will match that one.
but the other one will match, well, it's like that.
And what kind of windows are these?
These are fiberglass exterior. With a wood interior.
Okay,
Double pane glass.
Double pane. SDL grades.
Neither of them.
Well, we're in book two. Book two, chapter 7, page 68. There's no trim or anything now.
Yeah, there is,
the trim will be the same, but what is all this?
so it'll just be cleaned up.
Yeah, well, actually, this, not that, one, this. There we go, this one now. This one is gonna be taller, so we're gonna lower it. And then same trim as it is now, except there'll be a panel. It's like a 6-inch panel on either side. Okay. Just to make that wall go away. And the window's too high for windows, not so.
Do you have any settings?
Well, kind of changes my concept here. Page 68. Chapter 7. And what I had was A2. If replacement is necessary, replace with similar features to match the original.
That pretty well covers it.
Okay. Yeah, because this is an egress window, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
And the other one we're matching as a
You're matching other.
what's existing.
That's all I got. I would make a motion to accept the application for Robertson's Windows.
I'll second.
What we do.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion is approved.
What's your next one, Sean?
Jay Penman, 1501 Buckeye Circle.
Okay.
He would like to put a stamped concrete patio on the back of the house. Right around by the hot tub.
What kind of stamp was you guys use? You know?
There is. There's a picture of it,
Is that it? Okay.
and we use the Georgetown colors.
Cool.
It's a rough stone texture, is what it's, this one's called. And then there's a drawing where it would be first.
I think you gotta do this book theory. Does anybody have any questions? So skip through this. It's pretty straightforward. And then you really can't see it from the road. Either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back in the house. It makes it. Yes, I went with, chapter 11, page 80, book 3. I went down to G. Appropriate patio materials. Of course, it says,
If you go to 1, it says other materials may be considered.
oh, there we go, yeah,
The G1.
yeah, G1, that's what I had. Those materials may be considered on a case-to-case basis, so that ought to cover that. They probably have other updated guidelines, and it's like, don't stand on the two. Put that right here.
It says patio dimension should be proportional to the line structure, which they seem to be. And it is screened from the public way by a fence, right?
Right, so plantings.
So that's number 4
G4.
and 4. No handrails.
No.
What's the area of the new patio?
It's 16 by 25.
The 400 square feet, okay, not very.
Where's an area? You can say
That area is probably like 5 by 15 or something, or 45.
Yeah, maybe. About that.
It's about 500 maybe. Because book 1 says it shouldn't cover more than 10% of the lot surface area. You're under
Should be
that,
under that.
you're under that.
Well, especially for a lot behind.
Yeah, we've got 10 lots.
Well, yeah, then it's way under.
Right, so-
Okay, then it's way under.
Any other comments? I would make a motion to accept the application on this.
Your second?
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Anything else?
Yep.
Paul Henshaw. At 1580 Buckeye Circle. We're looking to remove the deck on the. This would be the west side of the house. And build a new deck. Foot wider than it is now. This would be big.
Replace in kind, pretty much.
Basically, it would all be in, pressure treated framing with, redwood.
wildfire code's gonna hit you on that one.
I'm sorry?
The wildfire code's gonna hit you on that one. Cause you're open underneath as well, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna have to change materials.
Yeah, this is something that we're gonna have to,
Yeah.
What would
the
you
town's
use?
gonna have to come to grips with,
I know, cause
because
I don't know, but it says you can't be combustible,
it's not our issue.
but it's gonna change the design.
So we're gonna need to.
It's gonna change the design. so
Yeah,
if
we need a ruling from the town on,
What is the, I should know this, what is the code?
Give me 1 second, I got it saved too.
What's the law issue?
You're looking at the one we just adopted, Brent, the one fire and the wildland.
It says, unenclosed decks shall have the deck walking surface constructed of one of the following, basically non-combustible materials or class A fire rated material. Or if it's enclosed, then you have to have a rated enclosure underneath it so that fire can't get underneath it. But it basically says unenclosed decks have to basically be ignition resistant or class A fire rated.
So technically, if you want to stick to the letter of the law, we could actually, you can put 4x8 sheets of cement board underneath there. It's the joist, right?
If that gets your rated assembly, I don't know if that
That's
was,
true.
yeah, you further.
Yeah.
I don't know if one sheet will get that for you.
Yeah.
I haven't looked that far.
I don't want to look that far. Okay,
I mean, this meets our current guidelines,
That meets our design guidelines,
our design guidelines, which is what we are here to
but I'm
deal
saying
with.
right.
Right,
But
it's gonna get changed.
advise that they need to consult with the town for fire code.
yes, and I would say in general, you guys approve lots of designs that end up not being building code compliant when we get to that stage, and then they have to come back to you if something changes. So that's always how we work, and I would say this is the same.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I will say that some things like fences don't require building permits, so we might collectively pay attention to things like that a little bit more, but
Yeah.
for the most part, you know,
The fence feels a lot more important than that.
you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fence is protruding from the house.
Yeah,
It's closer to combustibles, so to speak, brush, outbuildings.
That's true.
Although the unenclosed deck might be a concern as well.
stuff coming from underneath. it.
Yeah, coming up underneath it. But the fence definitely.
Huge cost.
Oh, yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
got?
what you got?
I was gonna add, I think building code, if it's a like for like, just replacement, again, I don't know if we need the permit specifically.
Alright.
So if you don't extend it, flip, we're good. All the like for like.
Those things that come here that would qualify for a building permit. If they come here, they also get. Does that make sense? Like if it's like for like to the point where a building permit wouldn't kick in, they're probably not gonna come here either.
Right,
I think if you were
so that's what I'm saying,
If
you're
you were
here because of
yeah.
the extension, right? You're here because you're extending it a lot. That.
Well, they're redoing
Like for
the,
like.
And we're doing structure.
they're redoing the structure, I mean, you got a stamped engineered drawing.
Yeah, we're
It's all
replacing,
got some-
Replacing.
we're not repairing, we're replacing.
Yeah, anything that's a repair that would get a building permit also would come here, so.
Yeah, I think it's just doing the surface, you might be able to get a rate back with that.
I don't know, gazebo.
Well, if you just still the floor, they don't even inspect that,
Right.
which I don't understand because of the weight difference. I don't know, but they don't inspect.
Do we have any, sightings?
I can't find my sheets, sheet book 3.
Book 3, page, or section 2, chapter 11, page 81. Decks and balconies may be appropriate, yes. Not historical property. Not composite deck. Not new property, not a second floor. All these decks may be appropriate.
Okay, the next thing Fresh comes up with is a evaluated.
They have it, but it's a special one. Don't they? I think they can. Always well.
Give me some letters and numbers.
Right. Letters H. Chapter 11, 1.H.
Yeah, I got that,
Okay,
H1,
H1, no other points.
2.
2, composite deck, nope. Unless you go composite.
Oh,
Not
okay.
new.
So can you insist if you want to do?
Oh, it's just H,
It's just H, give me a second, see if there's something special for
oh,
that.
material, there's gotta be materials or, wood someplace.
Meadows residential.
How about go to page 9, see what's on movie.
And go to the landscaping.
No, 94, use a porch balcony deck or awning is encouraged. Okay, it's a deck, so. That's, yeah, that's a size and style of porch balcony or deck should relate to the overall size and style of the primary structure.
Which it does.
Point 1. Use similar materials to that of the primary structure. Right now you've got wood, so point 2. You don't encroach upon open space, natural features, or neighboring properties.
Yep.
So point 3, that's all the points.
That's probably enough.
Yep.
Okay, no stipulations. If you change materials, you'll come back. All right, no stipulations. I make the motion to accept this application as presented. If there's any changes, we'll come back.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All those-
Since I made the motion, I guess I say it.
Yep. Anybody opposed? This is approved.
Okay, the next one is an amendment. Okay. It's Diane Kramer, additions, 2093 square feet drive. We found where a post was supposed to, was going to land on the water line. So we decided, we worked out, we got rid of the post, this is post. It's only like 2 foot out from the building. And doing that, I'm going to that 2 days.
No sidewalks or anything there?
Nope.
So we could just probably do this with
It's an amendment.
an amendment, so,
Yeah, we were worried about if we didn't put it in there that it would freeze the water line too.
There's no other post anywhere?
No,
Okay.
I actually put this better.
I think so.
What do you think?
I think that's all we need to do, move on.
yeah, I think just include it in the notes, we don't need to do it.
Yeah, decided.
How do we do that?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion to amend the existing COA to approve changing from a vertical post to a roof supported inclined break. 2093 Clear Creek Drive.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Would that be considered a bracket?
That's the architect.
The brace.
But it's not there.
No, but you're
Sounds like an angle bracket or angle support.
Instead of the post going straight to the ground, it
Right.
comes off the ground a couple of feet and ties into the bottom of the
Yeah,
boat.
you called it a brace.
Yeah, you call it.
Brace.
Brace.
Yeah.
Or 2 feet up the wall.
You all know that Keith is an architect too, right?
I'm not a licensed architect.
You're a practicing architect.
Not in this third, no. Discussion items.
Yeah, actually, don't say it. Sure.
Okay. I printed 2 copies of, well, I don't know if the first is.
Oh, that's. Thank.
Because our lawyer.
Oh, neat.
The guideline reformat,
So you want to check it on that. All of the box of citations, too, so I was testing.
just printed 2 copies.
You see it? We got the.
Oh,
The action, it was not
Mhm.
the appropriate sheet.
You could share,
Because you had to send that out right away.
or Bob can share with Brent. whatever
I've got
that
mine.
way.
I've got my copy. Yeah, these are.
Okay.
I do think it's worth discussing. Updating the materials list for some of these because of the fire code, so.
Some materials will no longer be acceptable under that.
Right.
No, how should we approach this?
We wanna just pick one and kind of go through it. You do the one on fences,
Fences has a lot of red.
yeah, fences, walls and gates, and just kind of as an example.
Basically, how I set this up is if it's red, that's something that's not printed in the current book. If it's blank, that's word for word what's in the current guideline. And then if it's clouded, that's either a question by me or a suggestion.
And just a reminder, any content changes will need to be reapproved by the
Right.
board, so.
So that's all the stuff in red, or we delete the red and just go with the black.
Let's talk about the process then on this. If we, let's say we, at each meeting, pick one, or if it's a short one, 2 or 3, whatever. Kind of go through and agree, okay, this is what we want to do. Can we take them piecemeal to the DRs, to the Board of Selectmen and get it approved? Or should we wait until we have a pile this high? Do we want them to go through?
I think we should have a couple at least, and then we should do a work session with them. And then they can approve it at the regular meeting. And I do think that it makes sense to maybe do a max of 3 at a time, just because. It will be a long discussion for them, I think, also working their way through it. But one at a time feels a little bit arduous for going to the boards, but
Well, that's, I was thinking that that's probably the way to go, is do it in small batches rather than wait for a year
yeah,
to get it all done.
yeah.
And is the intent to replace the book with these?
No,
Or
no,
would
we
we-
need the citations from the book.
I don't know, it
So
sounds
we
like
would
this
update
is
the book.
We would update the book and then have this as a quick reference if we're just doing a fence, is how I
I'd
understand.
like to see these in some form go with the COA, so that we basically, like, when we're talking about fences, gates and walls, we could go through this with the applicant, check off what applies and then say, make those, like where you were doing there, references, put that on the COA, and give them the stuff that applies to their COA.
Well, from what Cindy said, you have to have the sightings.
Yeah,
Well, we could do
and
that.
that's what I did, is I made it so that if you check the box, it automatically populates the sightings at the end. So all you have to do is check the box on each one.
So this whole thing becomes
I
electronic.
apologize for not looking at it myself, but, does it populate based on the area that they're in, because the
Yes.
sites-
I got it set up that one. Yes, there are different sightings for different areas.
Oh, you got it done on the agenda.
Yeah, I tested it out here, just to see how it worked during this meeting.
Yeah, that's great.
And we had stipulations, I had the spots at the bottom where we could type in anything that was stipulating.
Can you send me that?
I can send you that.
Because then what I'll do is I will, on hers, we'll do that as kind of a test case, because I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna type all these things out.
You wanna, oh, the forms I gave you?
Yeah.
You wanna type them?
Yeah, they're a whole lot easier than me sitting down and scratching. Just, you know, checking the box,
I'll send you these and.
yeah, and then we can attach this to it. I'm gonna try to, we'll see.
Okay, I can email you the form, then, you don't have to,
No, that's what I meant, yeah, the form and this and the COA certificate.
okay. The COE certificate is a really annoying document, just so you know.
We'll go out.
It's been
Actually fix it.
reformatted a number of times, and I should just delete it and start over, because it's so messy at this point, but. It looks fine on paper, it's when you start editing it, it is totally messed up. Because it's been edited by Jerry and Jen and I think 15 of
What you
them.
should do is get it tied into this thing.
Get tied into all that.
Well,
Yeah, and then it auto populates when you text that thing. Yeah,
I will probably just scan the COA into a PDF and fill it in that way. See if I can do that.
well, I have all of this on my computer. So if you wanted a PDF form, I can send it to you in PDF form, if you prefer.
Send me, is it in Word?
It's in Word right now.
Yeah, send me in Word and PDF.
Okay, but I'm just warning you that this, the actual certificate is
Yeah, I
messed up, so,
pull out the stuff off websites that,
yeah, okay,
it's non-functional.
yeah.
Yeah.
The,
I
I
thought we
don't have to talk about it, but. I have-
were ready to take something next meeting. I'd like to have a chance to really go through this once, get a feel for it.
We could start with a simple one, just to review the content and then get it just simple then.
Yeah, those, some short ones in there.
What ones did you shoot from out?
You should clear them off. Pick one, Mark, to just talk about. How about residential driveway?
Otherwise, it's an easy one.
That's an easy one. That's a one page.
Look, where is it?
Oh. It's my sheet number 11. Well, now you. It's one page.
Is it past dumpsters? Sidewalks and use. Sidewalks, so the ones which are.
I just have sidewalks in there.
Sidewalks, I printed a bunch because I brought in all required
Yeah.
construction documents and looked at those compared to our guidelines. So there's a bunch of sidewalk that just keep going. Although construction guidelines differ from our design manuals. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we just have fences and sidewalks. We just have the first two,
Okay.
that's all I have.
I could probably try that on.
Well, let's just talk through.
Yeah, yeah. You can have that one.
Okay. You have this one? That's what she's this one. I agree. Okay, what do you wanna do?
Once we're just like this is open to.
May not be on you.
How long will it take you to make these?
No, well,
A little while? What does that mean? 6 hours?
probably more than that.
You're just that go through it. I've read through it.
Yeah, that's a lot. Some of these are, like driveways wasn't too bad, but like fences was one I didn't think would take a long time, but fences took quite a while to put together.
There's a lot there.
And there's a lot of contradicting information in the guidelines on fences too.
There's also some contradicting information in our land use code with the DRC, so.
Yeah, fences is quite substantial.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, driveways wasn't too bad, roofing was one that surprised me on how long it took. Roofing, there was a lot of contradicting information too.
Yeah.
Or unclear information as well, because we call out colors.
You call out
Is it-
colors? Yeah, we say earth tone,
What's an earth tone?
right? When people come and ask me that question, I tell them no white, no light blue, pretty much anything else is.
Yellow.
Right,
Oh, yellow.
right. No one's telling me to do yellow.
Okay.
To have a yellow roof. So far, no one's asking.
Not look
I
at
like that, in bright blue one, that's.
That big crap blue one should, didn't come to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Circle K.
Why don't we? It's confusing. Can't visit.
Where is it?
It's around 15, it's around 16, 17.
Somewhere over there. The
Like
black
red?
roof.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why don't we review what we wanna, for the next meeting, we wanna review the first two items. It's fences, walls and gates, sidewalks, walkways and patios.
Sure.
Sure.
I did.
You already did.
Oh, we can go ahead and do it, just cause I didn't, yeah, that's fine.
Well, just get an idea of what's in there now.
I mean, if we look at, basically it starts with any kind of a general comment, basically, you know, what
Yeah, the first
what
is a
the
general
intent is.
comment. Some of them had a predefined general comment, so I could use that. Driveways, we did not.
And then it pulls any requirements that are applicable to all character areas across town. And then any comments that Brent had or anybody else had is in red and it's highlighted with a fence around it. And then we added this, you know, what we should add is, it applies everywhere, is in the case of the driveways, if it's concrete, then it should be the Davis sandstone and the number, and we can even reference that spec sheet that we got.
I have the spec sheet in the sidewalk, when I haven't put it in here yet.
And then the next section would break down by book 2. Any additional requirements that come out of book 2.
That's only specific to book 2.
Yeah.
So if everything is in book 1 or book 2 and 3, then it's in all character areas. And then after that, it's if it's a specific character area.
And then you reference the sources as to where they came from.
Yeah, if you look at a newer version, that one I didn't have it as clean, but. If you look at fences, I have them with the sources with
That's what the,
sections. Well, that links it, but the source is right at the top of it.
okay, so then we'll eventually add to each one. The reference.
So you got the
So,
reference right there.
in the future, when we go ahead and do a driveway. We pull out the sheet and we can go down.
Yeah.
And, you know, the sightings are all there and Brett's gonna, for the next meeting, you can do a demonstration on.
Cause it seems like it works now.
Yeah, it basically will populate automatically the pink sheet that Kasia does.
Mhm.
And then my thoughts were, it would be great to be able to give the applicant, along with their COA, you know, the whole story. And the parts that, you know, are applicable to their project, then it's easy for them to cross-reference back, they don't have to go dig through a pile of paper. I think, I mean, I would love to see us get so that everything is electronic, it's all online.
Mhm.
And then as part of that plan, I guess we would just go back and revise, update the sections in the book.
Mhm. So if we make some changes here, we can make some changes in the book and.
Yeah.
And that's what has to get approved.
Mhm.
I just had a couple of notes I added.
What notes did you have?
Well, you talked about synthetic, we have approved synthetic for backyards in the historic area. At least one that I remember.
Yeah,
Synthetic grass, synthetic
Well,
grass,
synthetic.
we're talking about fences.
oh, fences. Yeah, we've approved,
Approved, and in here it says it's not a.
Well, we can,
we've approved vinyl fences in the past.
the reason I put that comment is there is book 3 says that the fences may be appropriate, book 2 does not say that.
And we may want to revisit that.
So that's something that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a change then, even though we've
Oh,
approved
yeah.
it,
And
I
then
think
also,
Joan has.
Joan had it, yeah.
yeah,
but it doesn't say it in the book that it's acceptable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got it on
I-
Powell Street.
I remember talking to her, and she wanted a vinyl fence, and I was like, oh, that's not permitted in this area, and she's like, well, the chair of the DRC has. And I was like,
I'm just saying that the book does not say it's appropriate. in
Right,
the historic area.
and we have approved one in the backyard.
Mhm.
you guys did approve hers too, the one that came
That
out.
might be the one.
Yeah,
So this is the type of stuff I pointed out in there, right?
Yeah, there
The
was
book
one
is not-
about horizontal fencing.
Mhm.
How
We
about-
rejected-
How about split rail?
Split rail,
Cause there is some split rails around, and I know we've approved it.
Yeah, we've done,
we approved
So,
split rail.
yeah,
is-
why wouldn't we approve?
It's a modern design,
but in Brent's notes, it said,
cause we projected it at that house on Main Street.
yeah, split rail,
yeah, well, those were 8 foot tall too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah,
Just saying, we projected it there for a
If
minute.
we're in agreement. Let's look at the first 2 items, which are. We'll put them in the notes,
And then we'll revisit it next week or next meeting as
next
well.
one, yeah, and go through and see if we can finalize those and start moving stuff forward. But I mean,
we're definitely on the right path.
yeah,
Thank you, Brad.
yeah, this is awesome, I mean,
yeah, good job, Brent.
So let's just,
Yeah.
so any other
He's
fence?
got dumpsters in here and all that good stuff.
Yeah, cause once I started doing fences, then it led to spring walls.
The town is definitely interested in maybe bumping up our screening requirements also, so.
Well, we've got an approved design. Then nobody builds.
We've got a what?
An approved dumpster enclosure design that nobody builds.
Yeah, no, during these meetings.
It's at Major Anderson.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have any other items to discuss?
I was just gonna tell you that we expect, there's a development on Argentine that I think I told you guys about before, that is between the visitor center and the Crazy Horse. And they are currently applying for an encroachment onto some town parcels, so that land use is not resolved yet. But we are letting them come to you guys for a site plan review, because we are requiring that large developments get a site plan review before they do their final certificate of appropriateness. So you'll see them at the August 13th meeting with a site plan. I told them that if they have their elevations ready and they wanna show you guys, they can, but we're not issuing a final COA because they have to finalize their utilities and then come back to us for the final COA. So we're making all large developments, commercial and multifamily come to you guys twice. And so that's what you'll see with this property between the visitor center and the Crazy Horse.
Is this gonna be straight retail or is it retail?
This is a hotel, right?
It's not a hotel, it is mixed use.
Okay,
They are required per our code to have 70% commercial space. They really don't wanna do that, and I'm not gonna let them come to you guys unless they fix that problem, but they are aware of it, and they should have addressed it by now, so they should be,
is it mostly or 30% apartments?
yeah, they want the first floor to be. Their ideal plan is first floor retail and then 2 floors of apartments. But that doesn't meet our percentage requirements.
3-story building?
3-story, it's pretty large, the mock-ups that I've seen.
Mm.
So, you know, and I told them, the reason you have to come to DRC for a site plan approval is because they might require you to have more open space to change your massing, that's gonna change your utility plan. And then you, like, once you figure that out, you can come back for your final certificate of appropriateness, once you have all of that stuff sorted. Like,
Nothing down it that's anywhere near its size.
there's nothing down there, well, the visitor center is 2 stories and it's got us 5.
It's tall 2 stories. And same with Swiss or not Swiss.
Used to be Swiss.
The Chateau Chamonix,
It's
sorry,
Tuesday.
Serenity for Life is what it's called now. Yeah, yes, there are height requirements down there. And there's nothing, you guys have the power to restrict certain things in the historic district based on historic buildings within 300 feet. I don't think there are any historic buildings within 300 feet there, so you don't have an average to cap them at.
Not Crazy Horse is.
I don't think so.
That's historic as you can get.
It was built during our period of significance? No, the Crazy Horse is not a contributing structure.
No, it's not. But
Yeah,
It contributes.
it almost could be, if you knocked the back half of it,
Yeah.
the front half is actually no
Back with
sage stuff and delivery station.
well, it's not currently listed as a contributing, so, which, I mean, I don't wanna list it as one because the potential for demolition goes away if we list it as a contributing structure, so. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that that was coming to you. And, also, we had a charrette, I don't know if any of you went, to talk about the Gateway Archway project. You guys seen that? Have I shown that to you? The community did not like it. I don't think it's gonna happen, but the Business Promotion Commission pitched like a big I-beam, basically a archway that says Georgetown on it to be a little closer to the roundabout. So that was discussed at a charrette last week.
Does that replace the one we have now?
No,
Oh.
in addition to,
Oh,
but it was not received very well by the community, so.
Hmm.
It's quite expensive as well, so.
was it just,
It's an I-beam and then kind of outward slanting wood,
on the post,
base. And
they've
then,
already got the post there, is that what we're talking about?
I
don't
can
know.
be a little closer than where the posts were, but the location.
Posts are still there?
The posts are still there. They were not engineered correctly is what I've been told.
No,
That's why we never actually erected anything there. Yeah, this one has like a stone base, kind of like, they did a similar stone base over at, Lakeview Flats.
Hmm.
We've approved like that sort of cobblestone base. Yeah, then they were trying, oh, you have a picture of it? Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, then that, just a really big ivy on the top
Expensive.
is very expensive.
Huh,
Yeah.
and I guess it's definitely high enough for 18-wheelers to clear it.
It has to be what?
High enough for 18-wheelers to clear it then.
Yes,
Fire
and
trucks.
actually, I think we designed it to be high enough for 18-wheelers plus a banner underneath. So,
Oh, so it's really tall.
yeah, so we wanted it to be something we could hang banners from. But I don't think it's gonna, but I just wanted you to know.
So that picture is close to where those posts were.
That's where the pedestals are.
Yeah, the pedestals are close to
That's,
that.
the pedestals are right under here, right under the rock.
Mhm.
It's not that bad, really.
It's just very expensive for the cost benefit analysis there maybe doesn't quite.
They're just trying to get more people to come into town, I guess.
Yeah, but there are ways, most people who exit the gas station already know where they're going,
They get right back on the house.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if this is my feeling on it, but I don't know if that archway is gonna draw people from the gas station.
Yeah, I think it's too far down the street from the circle.
Even if it was right at the roundabout, it
Yeah.
just isn't gonna do anything
It
at all.
does not say what's down there.
No,
Yeah.
there's ways to get people to visit places, it's a lot, like,
Well, the sign,
Instagram is like the big one,
the
so.
sign you had at, coming into town, you had the picture of downtown Georgetown. And arrows and stuff before they got rid of all that,
Right,
that made a whole lot more sense to me than the improvement that they put in there.
What
yeah,
was that?
well, the picture was pretty
Right.
hard to
The
see.
wooden sign right from the top.
Oh, that's fine, okay.
Yeah, to me, one they had before was a whole lot better than the one they
I
have now.
thought so too.
My feeling
I
is
still want a
you
mural at
find
the
that-
exit that I hate of downtown Georgetown that you can see as you're coming off the highway, what's downtown.
We must do the water tower.
Huh? All you see is now.
That was a compromise, I think I told you, CDOT does not want us having signage up there, so we have to alter it, but
And then when
anyway,
you got that historic Georgetown sign that's falling apart. At the exit,
right, it's only.
like, it's right, if you're looking, if you can see the tower, the water tower, it's like
I can say.
right in front of it.
Right,
Yeah, that's interesting.
And it's like, it looks bad,
Nobody looks up there.
huh?
Nobody looks up there.
Do we
If
have,
anything, it needs to be removed.
yeah, I don't have anything else, so,
anybody else have any discussion items?
Update on Centennial Mill, I have submitted an estimate.
Did we talk about the post office? We did.
That's fine.
Well,
We did
There's a
talk
sign
about
we
it a little
talked
bit.
about.
yeah.
It just, you can't.
It's right near the water tower.
Mostly by neglect, because
This was,
I think the town could put
this was
it-
3 years ago.
Well,
Yeah, it's getting pretty bad.
That was
at the
3 years
moment.
ago.
the town could push the buttons.
On the post office,
for painting it, or,
just
Yeah.
maintenance.
Maintenance.
yeah. I'll talk to Dennis
We
about it,
don't.
he's been talking to that guy, cause that guy's selling the building, so.
It doesn't make any difference, he needs to do it. I mean, the town, we could,
A lot of people have bugged him about it, I think it's like one of those situations now where he's really annoyed that people have talked to him about it, so he's dug his heels in, but. Clearly not, so,
What, do they have a price for what they're asking for it?
the post office?
Yeah,
I don't know what it is though.
I haven't seen it
I'm
on
just
this.
curious. Huh?
You can buy it.
No, I'm looking at the trading post.
Yeah, keep this trying to buy the trading post. John Buckley will be back August 13th with a proposal for siding on that. And he wants
And I
to
think put a roof on too, right?
roof, I think, as well, and he also wants to replace the awning over the existing front door. So, and he was like, can I take the awning off before then? And I thought he was talking about the stairs on the other side, and I was like, no, it's demolition of a historic building, you have to come talk to the DRC. And he's like, it's just the awning, and I was like, oh, okay, if you're replacing it, then that's fine. It's repair, I think, so.
Yeah, I went down into the basement yesterday. So surprisingly, it was dry after all that rain that came through.
Is that a stone basin or anything?
Huh?
Is it stone or just?
It's just, well, it's everything. It's got some stone, there's areas that are concrete, he's shored up a lot of things. So,
I don't think I've ever been in this.
Well, if there are no more items for discussion, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn immediately.
No second?
Second?
All those in favor?
I,
Let's go home.
Thank you.
Overridden. Well, I'll put those in some of those too, just as an example of what that is.